Hi everyone, my name is David Olaimi, and today we'll be looking at how to play hymns without having sight reading ability. If you cannot sight read, that does not mean you will not play hymn. Now we'll be taking a clue from hymnal, then I will use this hymnal to explain the approach I'm about to teach. The reason why I'll be explaining with this hymnal is because I know some of you have been playing your hymns in different ways. Some people will move the left hand and play the melody of the song, hiding under the power of strings on the keyboard. But I think you can do better than that, and it's something basic. So we'll be looking at that basic thing you need to learn to be able to play your hymn in a way that is obtainable in the hymnal. Okay, so we'll be using a popular hymn titled I Surrender All. This particular one is in D major. I will put it on the screen so that you will understand what I'm saying. It's in D major. So that means we are playing this particular hymn and it's I Surrender All. Hymn I want it played like this. We sound very close to the hymnal without having sight reading ability, and that is exactly what we want to look at today. And the answer to that is what I call scale harmonization. You have to learn how to harmonize the notes of your scale. If you understand that, it will be easy for you to be able to play any hymns depending on the flow of the melody of the hymn. Now let's look at what I mean by scale harmonization. Scale harmonization simply means how you apply chords to your scale. In a way, the scale will be, the note of that scale will be reflected. For example, the scale for D major still in the key of D because the hymnal is in D. You have your D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. That is your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Then if I want to make D, that is my do in the key of D, to be the melody, do I harmonize it? That is what we mean by scale harmonization. So now we look at the scale harmonization. Because the song is in D major, so I will quickly play that in D and explain with C major. So we have something like here. Then I descend. So playing that song in D major, this is what I can do with my own scale harmonization of the song without looking at what I have in the hymnal. I can have something like for easy comprehension, I'll be explaining the scale harmonization in C major, which is the natural key. I understand not everybody can play on D major or some other keys, but as a beginner, you start playing on C. So C major, we look at the scale harmonization I explained just now. On C, we have our scale to be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then we come back to, that is your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Then if you look at the chart on the screen, you will notice I have the letter names of the note and the softer note. So I'll be using the two to explain this. You are expected to play like this. You have your C to your E for your left, and then G to my upper, the octave above it, that is your do above, that is, did you see that? Then instead of just putting your hands together like this, you can just maintain it like this. It's still the same thing, that is to represent my do. Make sure that the note you are harmonizing is at the axis, is the highest note in that chord. Then we have, then the second one, which is your re, you play. This is a seventh chord. At this level, you should be able to play seventh chord now, especially on your dominant chord 5. That is G to the F. Then you have B to D. That is So and your Fa to your T and Re. Then you play your Mi, C to G, then C to E. Then I take it up to my Fa, which is, I have my, that is A to F and C to F for my Fa notes. Then So, E to G, C to G. Then my La, your La you can maintain just a single note at your left hand, or you can double it to give it bass. That is my La, that is F, C and A. Then for T, your T, I have my Re and So for T. Then this is D to G, F to B. Then the last note, which is Do. Now let me play that together. Descending order, you will look at the screen, you will see that it's different a bit from the ascending. That is another angle to which you can apply your notes when you are descending, or maybe along the line you're in, you feel like you need to change the chord. You can actually apply this to it. Then we have, coming back, you have your La chord, that is A to C, then E to your C, octave above. Then you take your, this is a seventh chord, the major seventh chord is still C major seventh, but it's playing, is used to play your T. Then we have, then the same way you play your La, the same way you play your So, you come back the same way. Then your Fa, you can decide to change this one to play. Then your Mi, the same way. Your So, the same, your Re, the same way. Then your Do, the same way. So putting them together, that is, you have your